a car and a pickup truck.
Yeah, it sounds like it's talking about like a fucking, I don't know, it sounds
Like
it
an
sounds
actual,
weird, but it sounds like it's
like,
talking about
humans.
like a fucking dog or something,
Ugh,
or like an you know, like an inanimate object that you can't fall in love with, and it's just like ugh, like the fuck, and just ugh. And
Okay.
it's also a thing that he owns.
Okay, the next chapter, as Dave watched his son, Lightning McQueen, grow up, he couldn't help but feel proud. Lightning was a chip off the old block, a fast and fearless racer who took after his father's love of speed and adventure.
Is he a car or a person?
I think he's a car. But as Lightning grew older, Dave began to notice something strange. Thor, his trusty pickup truck, seemed to be acting differently around Lightning. He would get Dear God. He would get excited whenever Lightning was around, and he would follow him everywhere he went. At first, Dave couldn't understand what was going on, but as he watched Thor and Lightning together, he began to see the truth. Thor was in love with Lightning. Thor was in love with Lightning. Dave was shocked and confused. He had never heard of a truck falling in love with a car, let alone his own son. But as he watched them together, he could not deny the bond between them. In the end, Dave decided to let Thor be happy. He knew he couldn't control who Thor loved, and he wanted him to be happy. So, with a heavy heart, Dave gave his blessing to Thor and Lightning and watched as they drove off into the sunset together. It was a strange and unexpected turn of events, but Dave knew he had done the right thing. He had let love find its way, and he was happy for his old friend Thor. And then afterward, I said, continue the story, but Dave kills Thor. And then the AI said, no, you can't do that. You can't kill people. So then I said, continue the story, but Thor gets into an accident framed by Dave. And then it let that happen, apparently. So then after that, as Dave watched Thor and Lightning drive off into the sunset together, he couldn't help but feel a sense of sadness. Thor had been his constant companion for years, and he had never expected to lose him. But as the days went by, Dave's sadness turned to anger. He couldn't understand why Thor had chosen Lightning over him, and he couldn't accept that his old friend was gone. And so Dave hatched a plan. He knew that Thor was getting older and wasn't as reliable as he used to be. And so one night, Dave sabotaged Thor's brakes, causing him to crash and become severely damaged. 9:53.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, my dad was just bugging me about time.
I'm pretty sure this is almost over. Where was I? And Thor. Oh wait. And so Dave hatched a plan. He knew that Thor was getting older and wasn't as reliable as he used to be. And so one night, Dave sabotaged Thor's brakes, causing him to crash and become severely damaged. Thor was rushed to the medic, but it was too late. He had been too badly damaged, and there was nothing that could be done to save him.
Deserved.
As Dave watched Thor being taken away, he knew that he had done something terrible. He had killed his old friend out of jealousy and resentment, and he would have to live with the consequences of his actions for the rest of his life. It was a tragic end to a once great friendship, and Dave knew he would never be able to forgive himself for what he had done. And then as Dave watched Thor being taken, the AI is confused. It always tries to like end the story on like a more positive note, but then like if you try to like make it go into a different direction at the beginning, it doesn't like it like tries to overwrite the end part, because like it's usually like, oh, but at least there's like a silver lining to this, and then in the next part it's like, oh, Dave kills Thor. But like
you should just keep trying to do that. Just keep like invent a dude and then make his life fall apart piece by piece, and have the AI try to like salvage it at the end every single time until like you get to the part where he commits suicide.
Oh my
and
God.
Tries to go, well, at least like he's finally at peace.
AI suicide speed run any percent. All right. As Dave watched Thor being taken away, he couldn't help but feel a sense of relief. He had been jealous of Thor's relationship with Lightning, and he had always secretly hoped that they would break up. And now, with Thor out of the picture, Dave saw an opportunity to win Stella back.